everybody, welcome. We're still waiting for Rye to log in. And my mic's on. Yeah, okay, my mic is on. I can see the little doohickey bouncing back and forth.
Hey.
Hey there.
Hey, Drago.
Just for the record, while I really love this jacket, it has too many dingle-dongles on the front.
That's how you know it's an FF jacket.
I know. Trying to draw all this for getting it set up for the avatar is being a pain in the butt.
And whose fault is that?
FF14's?
No, it's yours for picking that outfit to draw.
But it looks so good on him!
Still your fault.
No, it's not.
Aye.
Well, shall we?
Yeah, we have questing to finish up. And maybe even questing to begin, but I have a feeling this might take most of the hour.
We shall see. Apparently Action's been in the Dew Dungeon a couple of times. Without spoilers, he has had it rough.
Yeah. What is he doing awake at this time of day?
I don't know.
Or should I say, at this time of tomorrow morning?
Yeah, well, he does work evenings, so it makes a little more sense, but yeah. I need to figure out a better typing arrangement. It's hard for me to type and play this game at the same time. Even if it's just moving through the world.
The navigation problems are real, yes. According to Baron, nothing has been proven as of late. But this is one of the things of I'm glad to get out of the Adobe ecosystem. I was telling you about that yesterday. And yeah, I haven't seen anything truly reliable on it.
It's a trap box. I don't think I've seen this here before.
Yeah.
But apparently there have been reports, though nothing substantiated.
Yeah, and generally out of Japan. Hi, Orca.
That they've been shutting down Adobe accounts of people who are creating not safe for work art on their system.
Yeah. Because, of course, you work in Creative Cloud, and they can sniff everything you do.
So yeah, and Japan's really pushing back against the no porn thing because that's like half their industry.
They've had some serious businesses basically put under the gun by it, and they've been
values and culture down our throat.
Exactly.
Yeah. On happier subjects, I did some research.
Uh-huh.
So orcs have shown up a few places in the FF games.
Okay.
but nearly as limited as I was thinking, especially if you go to the numbered ones. There's only 3 numbered games that actually have orcs in them. FF11, FF14, and Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, which is to say the second part of the remake.
Right. I didn't think 14 had orcs.
It does now.
True. All 3 of them.
Yes. And then there's some others which we'll get into after this.
We'll get to MSQ once we finish the raid chain, but we're still here working on the raid chain, so...
And if it's anything like previous bits, this might take the entire hour.
Appreciate? I'm tired of just standing around. There has to be something we can do.
Stand around some more? To defeat not only Kamlanat, but also his brother Ildnarche is nothing short of miraculous. Yeah, it was pretty miraculous. I dare say there are few adventurers of your caliber in Vana'diel.
Yeah, and it wasn't us.
Yeah! Northward. Bakool Ja Ja is putting his heads together to consider your next move. And when he says northward, he means it. Note that illo.
Yeah, that was Shalawani.
Yeah, that's really far north from here. Until Thrill Ja makes himself known again, all we can do is wait. Feels like we're playing right into his hands. But enough of my rantings. You must be tired after all he's put you through. Why don't we return to Tuliolal for now? I'll meet you all at Bright Bloom Post.
Okay, so back to Tuliolal, which is where we just came from.
Yes! And as we journey back there, the first game that orcs showed up in is and is not a Final Fantasy game.
Okay.
It was a Game Boy game known here as Final Fantasy Adventure.
Oh.
Which in Japan had the subtitle Final Fantasy Densetsu, which is literally Final Fantasy Side Story. Or not Densetsu, but something like that. I'm getting the two D's involved mixed up. The full title was Seiken Densetsu, which is to say, it was the first game in the Legend of Mana series.
Yeah.
The second place they show up is in Final Fantasy Legend, or Final Fantasy Legend 3, sorry, just the third one, which is also an old Game Boy game, and is not a Final Fantasy game. This is still in the bad days when Nintendo particularly was highly suspicious of the ability of role-playing games to sell at all in the US market.
Right.
And of course, there is the problem of it's a really big gamble if you don't know ahead of time, because you need to do a lot more translation work on an RPG than anything else.
And from my time at 3DO, they were entirely averse to doing RPGs because they felt them too expensive.
Yeah.
For budget and
But,
staff.
you know, it's already produced for the Japanese market and all of that, so... But you still have the problem of going to a foreign market is a problem because of all the translation work.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, so they had been retitling games to have Final Fantasy because they knew Final Fantasy would sell.
Gotcha. So they were leveraging the name.
Yeah. The Final Fantasy Legend games are actually Saga games.
Okay.
Which the original Saga games were Game Boy games, and they got retitled to Final Fantasy Legend over here.
Running.
Are we going back to the barracks?
I think so.
You didn't look. Yeah, we're going back to the barracks. Or no, that's a different quest.
No.
Didn't say Tulio. Although quest share there is marked one last hurrah. We went northward.
Yeah, which is over by the
I'm
barracks.
looking at the wrong place. I didn't scroll northward far enough. I was mistaking that for the as far north as things went. Never mind.
that other one opens up
Yeah, I
the
know.
crescent, which we're not touching with
I
the
know.
10-foot pole.
Anyway, so there was orcs in that. There's orcs in the one game that is both Mana and FF, since it started as an FF side story. There are also orcs in the original Crystal Chronicles game. And in one other, which is part of that series, which I don't recognize, which I think is a direct sequel. So basically the main game and the direct sequel to Crystal Chronicles on the N64. Ring of Fates, which is the only one I've played for the DS, does not. I'm much better now. Thanks to Frisia and my brother's healing magics. Rest assured, you won't find me underfoot next time. You spent so much time here, one might say this has become our base of operations.
If you say so. After the orcs and everything else Surreal Ja threw at us, it's nice to finally get a chance to breathe, ain't it?
Speaking of which, what were the two of you up to the first time we were afforded a reprieve from his scheming? Doing as any good adventurer would, exploring. More specifically, in Yogg-Toral.
Yes, we found them there.
Yeah, that's right. We happened upon a most fascinating settlement of giants on our travels. The Yokoi, I believe they called themselves. They bear a striking resemblance to the trolls of our world, which has been commented on before. Or maybe he commented on it there when we found them. Yeah, he did. Only in appearance, mind. Trolls are a hostile sort, given to looting and plundering, and known to serve as sellswords.
That wasn't all we saw, though. We traveled all over. I was hoping we'd find someone who might have seen Surreal Ja, or at least at the very least knows something about Electrope.
I'd be surprised if you did. Electrope isn't native to Toral. It comes from the Kingdom of Alexandria, inside the Dome of Yogg-Toral. Or the Dome in Yogg-Toral.
The dome! They said that we needed some sort of permit to cross the bridge leading north. If that's where Electrope comes from, do you reckon there's anyone there who could help us figure out if they're really echoes?
Oblivion may be able to shed some light on things. As they've been working rather closely with the Landsguard of late, I see no reason why a request couldn't be made through the Wing of Reflection. Meaning we should go and pay them a visit, yes? Just as well. If we're going to get these two travel passes, I'm sure the guard will expedite the process if we mention they're to accompany Riley and Theron.
Good thinking.
It's nice to know people. Wouldn't such a permit normally require some manner of rare goods in exchange? Or perhaps an exorbitant sum of gil?
Ah, right. I've heard stories about adventurers struggling to get the pass for airships in Vanadil. I'd sooner walk if I had to pay those prices. Oh dear.
Oh dear. Limited fast travel access in FF11, you say? Sorry for the wait. The Landsguard had no trouble readying passes for the both of you. So soon? Gods, the depth of his coffers must be staggering. As for Oblivion, they're keen to learn more about you. In fact, they've asked to meet on the outskirts of Alexandria. It's rather a long way from here to the Dome, though.
We could take the train.
Yes, we could, but I don't think we will, sadly. We should stop in Shishinawezi Springs, catch our breath, and shore up supplies. I'll show them the way there. Actually, that's probably where the station is, so maybe we will.
Choo-choo!
We go straight from FF11 music to Tuliolol Jazz.
Yes. Spaghetti and meatballs.
Yes, and by the way, hi Doodles.
Yeah, our dinner tonight was a Safeway special rotisserie chicken and salad.
Yes, which had the advantage of it required no in-house cooking.
Yeah, it's been kind of toasty.
And very humid.
Here we go. There's our destination.
Okay.
Oh, hey, what's up?
Excuse me, miss. I'm looking for my daughter. Have you seen a little Eldite girl anywhere?
Afraid I haven't.
I see. Gods, where could she have run off to?
Well, let's look around and see if we can find her. Hey, you three.
And maybe punch a few things what needed. Say, you're from the Dome, aren't you? What's got you so worked up and in a hurry? Yes, I am. My name is Jasper, and it's my daughter. She's gone missing.
Try to stay calm, all right? Maybe we can help. What does she look like?
Right. Her name is Coria. She's an Eldite like me, with long red hair. We were planning to move from Solution 9 to Tuliolal, and so we came to visit first. Learn about our home to be. We're waiting to write the runique. Before I knew it, she'd wandered off.
I think I may have seen her a little while ago. Girls like your daughter don't seem all that common in these parts. Pretty sure she was heading somewhere to the south.
We'd better hurry and find her, before something in the wilds finds her first.
Yeah, these parts aren't exactly safe. You leave this to us. She'll be back and safe before you know it. Sorry to put our plans on hold after dragging you all the way out here.
No, this is how it works. We should have more than enough time before we're to meet with Oblivion. Besides, what manner of adventures would we be to ignore a person in need?
Yeah, I'll agree with that.
Well, let's be quick about it. I'll go with Jasper and ask around if anyone has seen Scoria. You three check to the south. Oh, thank you, sir. Thank you. Please do be careful out there.
You heard Bakool Ja Ja. Let's get going. Or Bakool Ja Ja.
Yes. There was a settlement to the south, if memory serves. Perhaps someone there has seen Scoria. Let's each speak with 3 or so people, then reconvene to see what we can piece together of her whereabouts. If what your young friend said is true, my daughter really is somewhere to the south. I pray you find her quickly. The sooner we find her, the sooner we can meet with Oblivion.
Yeah, let's see what we can do.
And did you note they slipped up slightly in that last scene?
Oh?
Bakool Ja Ja's final line, they didn't say which head it was.
Whoops! Could be both talking in unison if they don't say.
Could be. I was kind of wondering.
Let's be honest, that type of twin, they're gonna occasionally talk exactly the same thing at exactly the same time. Every now and then.
Yeah, they don't seem especially prone to it.
A young Eldite girl? No, I haven't. It's not often you hear about Eldite looking to move to Tuliolal. If we can expect more in the future, I'd certainly like to get to know them.
Thank you, resident of a town whose name I'm glad I don't have to say tonight. I saw her wandering about outside of town, but only for a moment. No sooner had her eyes met than she ran off. I'd love to help, but I have to get back to work. I was just up north a little while ago, but I didn't see any Eldite girl wandering about. Poor thing. Hope she's not in any trouble. Any tobacco to spare, friend? And I missed. Sorry, all out, I'm afraid.
Yeah.
I think I've learned all I can from the people here. Did you discover anything of note? I heard much the same. So we can say with certainty she passed through here not long ago. Let's continue on southward.
Time to scare the pants off of people.
Aha. Including the person we're looking for, who seems to be pretty scared already.
Yeah. Ah, Presley's been having
people.
fun.
Indeed.
There you are. I take it you haven't had any luck finding her either. All I found searching here were monsters. To be honest, it felt like a waste of time at first. While I was thumping this one, though, I could have sworn I saw a kid off in the distance. I'm betting it was her. If we hurry, we might be able to catch up to her.
Okay. For whom the verse is sung. Trichet is ready to keep moving.
Whoever that was I saw scurrying off can't be far. Let's go, before any monsters find them.
And direct to cutscene. You found her. Thank goodness.
Who are you people? The name's Prishay. Your father asked us to come find you. And what are you doing out here all by yourself?
Looking for more components for her zipper collection.
Oh, it is an FF game. If it isn't belts, it's zippers. If it isn't zippers, it's belts. And we don't have belts anymore, so... We said we had to move, but I don't want to go. I want to stay in Alexandria and be a singer. I know nothing about the music of Tuliolao, and they've never listened to nobody like me who's not even from Taral. Thinking about it made me so mad. I just needed to be alone to think. So I ran and kept running. Somehow I found myself here. I'm sorry if I caused you all trouble. No need to be sorry. You're safe, and that's all that matters. You know, you remind me of a friend of mine. Oh, Mia. One day, I found her out near the coast with a beautiful view just like this, crying like it was the end of the world. She'd been trying to join the choir, but turns out she was too nervous to sing in front of people. But this world is one damn big place. If you spend all your time dwelling on small setbacks, you'll never be able to appreciate the bigger picture. It'd be a lie to say I know what you're going through, but I do know is this. Giving up on singing would be the end of the world, and you've been working towards. I told Tamia the same thing, and you know what? She kept pursuing her passion for singing, and eventually joined the Tavnaz Cathedral Choir just like she always dreamed. But what if they hate my songs? What if they'll just laugh at me? All sorts of people live here in Tuliolal, you know? And there's even folks from another world mingling with the locals. It's just full of bursting with diversity. Being different is what makes your song special, and I'm sure there are people here who appreciate that. So I say keep singing. Share your music with the big wide world. Would it be alright if I started by sharing with you?
Gratuitous lens flare, 5-yard penalty, replay the scene.
Bakool Ja Ja?
As resourceful as ever, I see. Well done. Safe and sound without a scratch. I can only imagine the weight lifted off her father's heart.
Skora was pretty amazing, wasn't she? I listened to Oma practice singing heaps, so believe me when I say Skora will be just fine. I can talk, really I can. I'm sorry.
But you're better at punching things.
Yeah, well, I'm sorry for making you worry.
Ah, there you are. It's so good to see you all safe. Scoria has told me everything. I don't know how I could ever repay you. But after we finish moving to Tuliolal, I certainly intend to try. You have my word on that.
I hope to see you again soon, and I'd love to meet your friend Omia as well. You and me both.
When we do, we'll be certain to tell Olmia that Prishay has another dear friend who's dying to meet her.
I can hardly wait. And I promise to keep singing and sharing my music with the world just like you said. You better come back. I'll have a front row seat waiting for you. Right, of course.
We'd better be on our way. Thank you again for everything.
Till we meet again, I hope.
Oh, Prishay. Apocalypse nigh. Vanadil March 2. Bakool Ja Ja has his eyes set on the dome. Now that Scoria is safe and reunited with her father, I think it's time we may eke for the dome. We can take the train from Shaolani Station. Woohoo!
Choo-choo!
Prishay, it's time to go.
Oh, sorry. Right. Let's get going.
train ride that won't get interrupted as soon as we hit the dome. I think the only time we've been on the train was the dungeon busting.
No, we've ridden the train since and busted it some more. It seems our lot in life.
I'd heard tell of the dome before, but it's quite the sight, even at this distance. Yes.
Yes, it is.
What luck! The train's just arrived. Though, actually, I have a question.
What?
How is he going to fit?
Good question. You know, I said worrying about it. I know I said worrying about it if we're real isn't going to get us anywhere, but... Gods, I feel like such a damn hypocrite. I can't stop thinking about what Surreal Ja said. I'm not scared though. I mean, it is a little scary. But more than that, it's... Ugh! Why does this have to be so complicated? You really miss Olmia, don't you? That's probably it. Listening to Soria sing reminded me of Olmia and home. It makes me wonder what everyone's up to. I can think of at least one person who's already in the midst of their next grand adventure.
Even if we're merely echoes, who's to say we cannot return to Vanadil? I've no doubt Surreal Ja would know a way.
And what place would I have in Vanadil when the real Prisse is already there? Just when I think I've put it out of my mind, I think of Kama Lanut and Eld Nache. Clearly imposters, and proof we're living the same lie. Then we met Soria. She's so excited to have come back and see her sing, and saying we would just feel like more of a lie. There's no doubt in my mind we'll stop Surreal Ja, but then what? What happens to us?
Would that I had an answer for you, but I don't. No one does. Because the future is what we make of it. Once this is over, I intend to see all this world has to offer. I may be without memories, but I've not lost my adventurer's heart. Perhaps I'll even find a new calling along the way. The world is one damn big place, after all. I dare say there's something out there for the both of us.
When you're right, you're right. I guess we'll have to find our own place to call home. But first things first, we need to go and meet with Oblivion.
Oh. Uh-oh.
That was not good.
We really need to meet with Oblivion.
Damn it all!
We had better hurry.
Aww! It's implied we ride the train, but we don't actually ride the train!
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Yes.
Bakool Ja Ja?
Kikwizana has agreed to speak with us on behalf of Oblivion. Best not keep him waiting.
I'm ready. Ready for anything.
Even if these memories of adventure etched upon our hearts are not our own, we're still here, in this moment, and that makes us real. Ah, you must be the ones Shales told me about. I'm Kekwizana, and one of the electrope engineers. So, what was it you wanted to discuss?
You're gonna like this one. Like in quotes.
I see. Well, that'd take more than just memories etched into an electrode. The little jaw magics are quite impressive. They're quite impressive, though. They almost seem alive. Almost. I mean, of course you're alive, technically. Maybe. Let's just forget I said anything, alright?
It's confusing, we understand. Don't worry about it. We're not even sure ourselves, to be honest. The one thing we're certain of is that our bodies are made of electrope, and we're hoping you can figure out what that means for us. We can't just sit around moping, you know?
I'm not sure how much I can help, but I'd certainly love to try. We're in your debt, sir. While you're conducting your tests, would it be alright if we have a look around? There's something about unfamiliar lands that stirs an adventurer's blood, and... Wait, if we're made of electrope, do we even have blood to stir?
Even if we don't, that's an absurd question, don't you think?
Well, at least they seem to be in better spirits. Perhaps they simply find the truth comforting. If we might return to the topic at hand, yes, feel free to explore as you like.
That's settled then. This is the site of our next adventure. We'll be here in the Dome. And then, Zaktaral. I hope we'll see you around, Theron. Rylia.
And worry not, I will keep a close eye on Prishay and ensure we're not away over long. We mustn't lose sight of our true goal, after all. To defeat Surreal Jaw and, God's willing, secure a means of persisting without his magics.
And I'll stand by you both every step of the way. Because that's what Theron does.
Mm-hmm. If the two of you will follow me, I need to collect a few samples. Oh no, I forgot!
What'd you forget?
I never took them to Zaldav's cave for tacos. So much in Tulio, all they've yet to see. So much they've yet to eat. I suppose we'll have to bring food here when they're free. A fine idea, brother.
I can't disagree with any of that.
Perhaps, but it will have to wait. Let's return to Bright Bloom Post for now.
Tacos are so important.
Yes. I'm still tickled by that one GIF or whatever that showed up like a month or two ago. Which is him photoshopped into a picture of the exterior of a Five Guys.
Oh yeah.
5 of them! This shall be interesting!
Yes! Yes! That was so him.
Oh, that was horrible and hilarious.
Yeah, he has really grown as a character. I think part of it's the fact that he has been able to throw off the shackle of expectations on him.
Yes.
Once he did that and no longer was trying to be those expectations, he suddenly could be himself, as it were.
Well, one of the nice story beats which didn't get as emphasized as it needed is just, we start out with two of the two-headed Mumul, and they basically, both start as effectively villains and go in opposite directions.
Mm-hmm.
And they needed to bump up the compare and contrast there a bit more than they did.
Well, remember, Bakool Ja, or Bakool Ja.
Yeah, that's
was
right.
not a two-headed.
He was only a one. But, yeah, that's true.
Yeah, he was not Blessed Sibling, but he felt he had to live up to the Blessed Sibling's expectations and the Dawn Servant's expectations when no one asked him to.
But the pair of them do make a good compare and contrast.
Yes.
They just needed to tie it together a little bit better in the writing.
Hey, Bakool.
I've told the Landsguard what I could of recent events, though I'm sure there's still plenty more you have to share. Bakool Ja Ja told me what happened. Well done defeating Surreal Ja's echoes. We'll make certain the guard is duly prepared should new threats arise in Yaktal. Waiting for Surreal Ja to show himself is maddening, but it will be worth it to finally put him to the sword. At the first sign of activity in those woods, you can be certain the Landsguard will contact you. Until next time, take care. And that should take about 8 months. Meanwhile, somewhere in the rift.
Oh dear. Oh, that's a big mother crystal.
How much longer must I wait for this vessel you promised me? My apologies, Dawn Servant. It is no simple matter to fashion a vessel befitting one of your majesty, but soon, very soon, preparations will be complete. How many times have I explained to that insufferable oaf? I thought him a kindred spirit from across the rift, but his impulsiveness is beginning to test my patience.
Oh, is he not an echo?
At least that adventurer, for their part, continues to exceed my expectations. Once I find the echo that proves her match, everything else will fall into place. She did well to stand against the ancients, but against the gods? Not a chance. We have defeated the gods already.
He doesn't know that.
I thought I'd warn him. Her companions will need to be dealt with as well. Krishe will be as simple enough. The other one, Alzal, was it? I thought he was nothing more than the middling amalgamation of memories. That he continues to survive defies all reason. A man of such resilience and Vanadil would have to be... No, it couldn't be. If I'm right about this, then no matter. Thankfully, I'm not without my contingencies. We deserve better. We will have better. Only blessed siblings, the zest of resolve and reason, are fit to rule. Bakool Ja Ja was little more than a witless brute before, but clearly his companions have stirred something within him. Perhaps he's not without value after all. The memories abiding within Juno stir once more. Perhaps the adventurers there have new knowledge to share with you.
So,
You're gonna send us back to the rift.
do we go to the
Just
rift?
to double check.
Or do we go to MSQ?
It's
think we
practically 11. Let's double check the rift and more or less call it.
Okay. Oh, and music.
So, Fine. So from the sounds of it, I think he might have been fishing in the ethereal sea.
Maybe.
So, any thoughts on Alzal?
From the sounds of it, he was constructed. I was assuming he wasn't. But
Yeah, but was he constructed from...
a bunch of adventurers'
Who
memories?
is he? Kind of? I'm thinking he might be Eleven's version of Derplander.
It is possible.
Which basically means, yeah, he's the stand-in for the main hero. Which, if, in the cosmology of what we're doing here, the version of 12 or 11 we're dealing with is one of the other shards. Yeah, that's a piece of us.
Technically.
Yeah. Assuming he actually went fishing in the ethereal sea. Otherwise, he's technically a copy of a piece of us.
Yeah. That is very true. MSQ Monday. Woohoo!
Yes!
And we do warn you, apparently the new dungeon is very difficult.
Yeah, it sounds like the trial may not be much better. Yeah, but it's sounding like this one is especially rough. I don't think I did all that well with the last one. I don't recall. It might be scrubbed from my memory.
The last one you did okay.
I know the trial gave me some trouble. Which I believe was also kind of standard for people.
I'm trying to remember what the trial was.
Be the Lady Knight, wouldn't it?
Oh, yeah, it would. That one is kind of difficult.
Yeah. I understand most of the main mechanic, as I recall, is just actually doing it was a problem. And it kind of sounded like a lot of people had some trouble understanding it.
Yeah, you were not alone by any stretch of the imagination.
Well, for me, it was more execution. It sounded like for a lot of people it was...
Orderly Shade. Auction House. Any questions? In the past. Great
Yeah,
Well.
that's the same.
The Hume Adventurers.
Ah!
Well, he's always had this big bang over his head.
Really? Ah, there you are. If you have any burning questions about this place or anything else in Vanadil, I should be happy to answer them.
How about tell me
Okay,
about
and he talks about...
the different bosses? Let's start with Kieran.
Where do you want to start? Okay. Man, I never got a look at him. That's what he looks like?
Yep. He was a giant manticore.
A talking manticore possessed of powerful elemental magics? Only Kirin comes to mind. Master of the Shijin, residing within the deepest reaches of the shrine of Ru Avitao. It is said to be a creature of boundless power and wisdom both. Only those who can best the four Shijin and claim their seals are granted an audience. I can say I've managed it just once with a band of adventurers many moons ago. An arduous experience, to say the least. The Shijin are also required offerings of rare gems and stones to be summoned, and we weren't the only ones who sought them. It was a mad dash from dawn to dusk, running ourselves ragged just to meet with these lesser divine beasts. When it finally came time to face Kirin, we had to be prepared. Defeat should have meant repeating the process of gathering gems and stones for the Shijin. I don't think we had resolve enough to face them all a second time. Not without a long reprieve. As you can imagine, the spoils from that battle are exceedingly rare. Kirin's Usode, for example, could easily fetch 99 million gil in the bazaar.
Ultima and Omega.
Yeah. A pair of strange mechanical monsters assaulted an armada of airships, you say? Sounds like you've seen the legendary weapons Ultima and Omega. Yeah, we recognized Omega. It's rumored the Armathran Society sought to revive them in some way, so it's hard to say whether what you saw were the original weapons built by the ancients or recreations. The Archduke, Camlaut, was also said to be involved with Armathran Society, if you can believe it. No one really knows what it is they're after, but I've heard from a reliable source that they have a keen interest in realizing the dreams of the Zillart, whatever that means. Perhaps you can discover the truth for yourself.
Camlaut.
The Archduke is the reason Juno grew from a small fishing village into the bustling city we know today. During the Crystal War, he rallied the nations of Winters, Bastok, and Sandoria together under the banner of the Allied Forces of Altana. This union afforded the enlightened races an invaluable foothold in their fight against the Beastmen. When enemy forces reached Juno's doorstep, it's said that Camlanau himself led the counterattack that resulted in a decisive victory against the invasion. While widely regarded as a hero of the people, some believe he's not all that he appears to be. He's rumored to have ties to the Zillart, an ancient race whose people flourished some 10,000 years ago. Which begs the question, does he intend to use his position as Archduke to further some unknown agenda? And what would an ostensibly extinct people have to gain from it? Only the gods know, I suppose. Can't say Asian without ass.
Yeah.
After being away from the public eye, I would never have imagined that's how he'd reveal himself.
And the last one, Ildnachi.
Ildnerke. The young man is known to speak with a wisdom well beyond his years, but I'm surprised to hear he's well versed in combat as well. He is Camlanot's younger brother, and despite his age, he plays a significant role in the governance of Juno, his shrewdness often surpassing even that of senior officials.
Okay, it was his younger brother, so where's his older brother?
Yeah. I say, despite his age, but it has been 30 years since he and his older brother first assumed leadership. Whatever secrets they're hiding, the people of Juneau seem to have little interest in bringing them to light. Or, perhaps, they fear the repercussions of drawing the Archduke's ire. Did you know there are some adventurers who claim that Ildnerke is actually the older brother? Aha, that's kind of what I thought.
Yeah.
If that were true, it would call into question everything we know about him and his brother.
Yeah.
If they're really, ancient beings 10,000 years old, well, apparent age is not going to mean a lot. Ildnerke disappeared from the public eye around the same time news spread of his brother's death. As for why, one prevailing theory points to the involvement of a seasoned adventurer. Yeah.
And this bang, as far as I know, never goes away.
Right. The others will probably continue repeating things we've seen. Let's check the Black Mage. Ever since I got a hold of the staff, people finally stopped asking me to heal when we go hunting. In fact, warriors and thieves have started timing their attacks to match my casting flare. It's finally Black Mage's time to shine! Oh dear.
Now, hold on. We have someone new here.
The dancer?
Yeah, she's new. She wasn't here before. Are we in Juneau? I swear I was hunting colibri in Bakool Thicket not long ago. I remember a bright light, the darkness. Then I think I heard someone ranting about how they failed and echoes. Didn't really make sense. All that time putting together a party wasted. It's going to take forever to improve my close position at this rate. Spoken like a true dancer.
Yeah, double checking here.
Yeah, she was here before.
Yeah, I remember there's someone back here. And that'd be her. Now, did that portal exist? Or is that the... Solemn Shade was there, Mitsu was there. I think those two were there.
The diminutive shade, though I want to see if they say anything different. Chudulu, dividing 5 cards. Other worths.
Yeah. Other worthers.
And we should check doors to see if some new area opened up. Doubtful, but... Nothing there. This was open before.
Or doors, okay.
He's the same.
Yeah, by the floor plans, it looks like no new areas have opened up in the map.
Yeah, but the dancer is definitely new.
Yes.
Thrifty shade. The fact that we have a full inn room here.
Yeah.
Though I think that's a different room. Originally it was the one at the end of the hall.
No? Interesting lamps.
So, yeah. Unfortunately, we can't just walk through the thing again. We'll have to run it and remember to come back.
Okay, that's how to... That's the Duty Fighter link. Okay. Yes, we'll have to remember to do it next Wednesday after reset and we run it the second time.
So, taco time.
Taco time. Taco time.
It's always Taco Tuesday somewhere. That is very true.
Yes. Oh, the mount music for Waffles is actually the main menu music for Shadowbringers.
Yep. Because he is the Shadowbringer's special mount.
Yeah. He is the only mount with that music, so yes, it's unique to him, but it is music that you used to get all the time. And on some systems, that initial chorus kind of yelled out at you. Notably, the consoles apparently had that kind of a problem.
Yeah, that would be a problem.
At least from some of like Action and Ursi's descriptions.
Well, it wasn't so much that intro music, it was the fact that it would flop between that and the main...
And the crystal theme?
No, and the main cinematic.
Oh. Right.
Which was very loud.
Yeah.
It was good, but it was loud.
Still my favorite intro cinematic.
Well, part of what is, when you're playing through, I find interesting about the Shadowbringer cinematic is that typically they put things of, oh, this is what you're going to be doing.
Uh-huh.
What that cinematic does is, this is what happened in between time.
Yes.
That your character would not see, but wasn't a spoiler because you came into the middle of things.
Yeah. It is much more effective at kind of telling things. It kind of tells its own little story that is thematically related for the main character. And, frankly, the best song, short of maybe Heaven's Word. Because the, Endwalker 1 starts good, but gets way too yelly for me.
Well, that's all for this evening. Thank you all for coming along. We were able to get all the questions through, so Monday is definitely going to be MSQ day. Hello, little Gaily kitten. Tomorrow we'll be back with Deep Dungeon for Heaven on High. Until then, be safe, be well, get a good night's sleep, and we will see you next time.
Yes, everyone have a great night. Hope to see you here tomorrow at 9:30 Pacific.